Curly Pati is back. For most of my life, I have styled my hair curly. My mom didn't let me straighten my hair as a child. Honestly, thankfully, because I probably wouldn't be wanting to style my hair curly now that I'm older. I always struggled with finding how to do it. Now it's more popular. Back then, it was not. So I would try all of these different products, all of these different methods. I would look up all these YouTube videos. It was a struggle. One day, my aunt recommended a specific gel for me. It was the best thing. I was like, oh my gosh, finally something that works for my hair. And then it got discontinued a few years ago. Ever since, I've been lost. I've been non-curly Pati. I started blow drying my hair and stuff, and I really like how that looks as well. But I had to come back. And I have a routine now that is just chef's kiss. I actually just taught my sister this same routine, and her hair never ever has she seen it as curly as she has it right now. We found out she basically has very similar hair to mine, and we've always thought she only has a slight wave to it. But disclaimer, I want to be clear, if you have curly hair, you have curly hair. If you have wavy hair, you have wavy hair. There is things that you can do in your routine to improve your curl, but if you have straight hair, you can't force a curl, at least not that I'm aware of, or unless it's like a perm or something. I really do think this routine is amazing. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start off by re-wetting my hair, because as you can tell, it is kind of dry. Whenever you start styling your hair, you want to make sure that your hair is wet. I guess somewhere in between wet and damp. I don't know what that is, but I just don't want it dripping, but I want everything nice and moisturized, wet, squenched. I'm also gonna go ahead and move into a voiceover just so that I can explain things a little bit better. I'm just continuing to wet my hair, brushing it out, making sure it's all smooth, and I'm also putting a towel to make sure my clothes isn't getting all soaked, because I hate that. I am going to be using this curl cream by Shea Moisture. This product has protein in it, and right now my hair is loving protein. Your hair might prefer a different type of product, more of a moisturizing. You want to find a balance between protein and moisture, but that might be going a little bit too much in depth. I'm taking some product, I'm diluting it with water, and then I'm concentrating it on the ends of my hair, and also putting some towards my roots, but not as much because I don't want it to weigh my hair down. I'm also brushing the product through my hair. Next product I'm going to be using is this mousse by Marc Anthony. It also has some protein in it. Shaking it up, and I'm gonna put this in my hair. This mousse is more of a holding mousse instead of a volumizing mousse, so I'm putting some on my roots but not as much. Again, trying to make sure my hair isn't being weighted down, and then just like the other product, I'm brushing it through. Adding this mousse to my routine has been a game changer, especially the back of my hair that used to stay straight, but now it actually holds a curl. Now that my base products are on, I'm going to start separating my hair, starting with the crown pieces of my hair, and then the bottom of my hair, I'm dividing that in two, clipping all of that up, splitting that last section in two. I need to tell you guys about this beautiful, amazing brush. You might have heard about it already because it is dominating in the curl community right now, and let me tell you, the hype is real. This brush has really been a game changer for my routine. It has these little divots that separate your hair to basically create little curl clumps. What these clumps will do is lock in the moisture that's in your hair to reduce frizz and increase definition. As you watch me take little sections to brush out, you might notice that I'm dividing them vertically. For me, that my hair isn't as curly as other types. It's gonna encourage the curl to not be weighed down by the rest of my hair. I will start doing this later in the video, but you also want to make sure at the end of brushing out each section, you want to give your hair a little shake to encourage those clumps to stay together even more. This big papa right here is the other thing that has been a game changer for my routine. Like I mentioned earlier, earlier in the video, the gel I used to use got discontinued, and ever since I haven't been able to find a gel that worked with my specific type of hair. And that's something that's a little annoying with curly hair. You have to find the products that work for your hair. It can be a process, a learning process, but the routine, the technique is also essential. My sister just did this exact hair routine and her hair has never been this curly. We thought she had a slight wave, but no, my girl has straight up curly hair. This is proof that if you style your hair correctly, if you use the right techniques and products, your curl pattern can improve. Also, I just re-dyed her hair, so don't judge her color right now. But yes, she does dye her hair. She also uses heat in her hair.
I've never seen my hair like this before.
But I will say she has reduced the amount of heat that she uses by a significant amount. But anyways, I'm taking down my next section of hair and I'm gonna repeat the same process. I'm brushing my hair out and then taking small vertical sections, brushing them out. With brush styling, something else to keep in mind is the bigger section you brush out, the bigger the clumps you're going to create. So really it's just a thing of personal preference and it's very customizable. Also, as you can see at the end of this section, I started shaking out my hair just a little to kind of solidify the clumps to make sure that they stay better. Once I'm done with one section, I'm taking some gel, scrunching it into my hair to start forming those curls. During this whole time, you want to make sure that you're not seeing any frizz in your hair. That means that your hair is too dry. And if you do see that, go ahead, re-wet your hair and just do the process again. Put more product if you need, but you should not be seeing any frizz at this stage. Now it's time to move into the crown section of my hair. So I'm taking it down and I'm gonna brush it forward. You want to make sure that you're brushing it out to where everything is nice and smooth. And then I'm gonna take some diagonal sections and I'm brushing from under my hair and pulling it back. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna create some volume for my hair because I'm throwing it the opposite side that I brushed it in. So it's gonna keep my hair back while also creating some volume for me. Once you get to your bangs, this is another part where you can customize as you please. I'm personally just brushing them back as well, but you can divide them in the middle, you can brush them to the side, you can brush them to one specific side, whatever you prefer. And lastly, I'm taking some gel and concentrating that on the section that I just brush styled, aka the crown piece of my hair. Finally, we've made it to the diffusing part of my routine. This is the blow dryer that I use. Also, quick tip, I learned that you're supposed to clean out your hair dryer's filter, so make sure to be doing that. I'm gonna be using high speed with the warm setting and I'm gonna be keeping it like this the whole time. So I'm starting with just hover diffusing, kind of hover diffusing. I am touching my hair, but I'm only using it on the roots for about a minute or two, and then I'm moving straight into the rest of my hair. So I'm taking chunks, grabbing it, and then holding at my roots for again about a minute or two for each section. So I'm doing one side of my head. I'm carefully gonna switch to the other side of my hair, and then I'm gonna repeat the same thing, grabbing sections, holding. During this whole time, I'm being really gentle to make sure I'm not disturbing my curl pattern. I've also been adding a little bit more gel after blow drying both sides of my hair for a couple minutes. I find that it gives it just a little bit extra hold, which I personally need because I don't wash my hair every day, so I need it to last at least 3 days, sometimes even 4. The other week I went 5 days. I think that was a record for me. Something else that contributed to that was I started using a little bit of hairspray on my hair as well. I randomly bought this hairspray because I was like, well, I've never used it. I saw another curl girly. She sprayed her hair with hairspray in the middle of diffusing and then kept diffusing, and boy does this make a huge difference too. It's a really good way to again lock everything in, so I've been loving doing that too. I'm done diffusing right now. What I have is really nicely defined curls. I would say they're like 95% dry and they have really nice cast over them. What I'm gonna do is just go do something for like 20 minutes. Once my hair is fully dry, I'm gonna come back and we're gonna scrunch the crunch, because whenever you scrunch the crunch, you need to make sure that your hair is fully dry or else it can cause frizz. So I will be back in a little bit. I'm back and I think my hair is, I would say, 98% dry. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but there's a crunch. And the drier my hair gets, the more that cast solidifies. Ugh, the back of my hair is still wet. This is what my hair looks like right now, without fluffing it out, without putting oil on it, without scrunching the crunch. So typically, I don't like to scrunch the crunch out unless I'm gonna go out or do something, go to like an event, go out to dinner. But if I'm just staying home, I like to just keep it. Why, you may ask? It's not because I prefer it that way, more so because I feel like it preserves my hair just a little bit longer. Ideally, I would just leave my hair like this throughout the rest of the day. By the next day, the crunch will typically be gone just because of sleeping on it and whatnot. So personally, this is how I would leave it. But I'm gonna go ahead and wait just a little bit longer. I'll be back to scrunch the crunch out once my hair is actually fully wet. I do want to say you also do have the option to keep diffusing my hair. I just find diffusing so annoying, but the results are amazing. So I do kind of an in-between. I mostly dry my hair, make sure there's like some crunch there, because our hair is the most vulnerable whenever it's wet. I can move it around and stuff without feeling like my hair is gonna get messed up, but if it was wet, it's more likely for that to happen. Okay guys, now my hair is fully dry and it is time to scrunch. So I have this hair oil that I've had for years. I've been trying to finish this bad boy and he just will not budge. I've seen other people use argan oil. I'm just going to take the oil and scrunch my hair, even flip it. To be honest, I think I might have gone a little bit overboard with this scrunch session, but it's all good. My hair still turned out really good. I'm loving the curls. I'm loving the moisture, the frizz control, all of it. It is day 2 of my hair and I just wanted to show you the next couple of days so that you can see how much my hair was able to hold up. I look a little crazy right now, but it's okay. It's all gonna be fixed. So day 2, typically what I do is I just take it down, I flip my hair a little bit and just fix it up with my hands. There is a little bit of frizz, and I think that's mostly because I slept with a satin pillowcase, but I didn't put a bonnet on. But personally, I don't mind a little bit of frizz. Regardless, day 2 hair is always my favorite, and this time around was no different. I think mostly because I do always end up with a little bit more volume. These next clips that you guys are about to see are some that I recorded from a different hair day, and I just wanted to put them on this video because this is also day 2 hair. The only difference is that I did sleep with a satin cap the night before, and I personally definitely see the difference. Regardless, like I mentioned, day 2 hair is absolutely my favorite. And if you thought I looked crazy on day 2, here I am, day 3, a little bit more crazy. As you might be able to tell, there's a little bit more frizz now. Again, I slept in the same conditions with a satin pillowcase, but no bonnet. This time around, I am gonna add some water, and I'm also gonna add a styling product. We're bringing Big Papa out. But to be honest, what I normally do to refresh my hair when I add product is I open my product drawer and I just choose a random one. Honestly, just something to kind of tame the frizz a little bit. But yeah, guys, that is gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys found this helpful in some way. It took me years to really be able to implement all of these different techniques and put them together. There's so much information out there. I will say, try not to get discouraged with your curly hair if that's how you want to style your hair. It can be a process, but it is definitely worth it. But I will see you guys next video, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye.